Well, this is just about the end of the Algodones section of the Rio. You can tell because of the big bridge, the Highway 550, and the Coronado State Monument on River Right. And in front of the Sandias is this epic little stand of cottonwood. Bosque del Álamo. And so I will just film this last little tidbit. For our weekend, this is actually going to be part of our paddle for day one on Saturday. Because we're going to start at the campground. So we'll get the bonus of this beautiful view to start us off. So what we're going to get here, once you get to the bridge, that's your typical takeout for the Algodones section, and your typical put-in for the 550 to Siphon Beach section down to Corrales. Corrales is 4 miles away roughly from this bridge, and you can use either side of the river as an access point. They have worked to improve the northeastern spot, which I'll point to, and we're just around the corner here. But if you are planning to patronize the delicious Bosque Brewery and Brew Pub up here on River Right, you can park there. Let's see, this is a pipe, so this is actually a good hazard to be aware of. I'm gonna just kind of sidestep a little bit. Shouldn't have any issue. It is underwater now, so that shouldn't be a problem for anybody. And actually, you could surf there, but anyway, when I was out here with John a couple months ago, it was an exposed big old metal pipe going across the river. Easy enough to get around. There's the bridge. That's Highway 550. It goes from Bernalillo all the way up to Farmington, and I forget, beyond Durango maybe? Or in that direction anyway. So, coming up on takeout on river left is the traditional one. You can do it before or after the bridge, so if you miss the stuff above the bridge, that's okay. Just get far left so that you can get to shore where the big beach is. And that's a really lovely upstairs patio to sit and revel in after sunset or after your paddle. If the sun is setting or rising, I guess you're probably not starting when the sun is rising, but or finishing when the sun is rising. But it's a beaut. And they have good food and beverages, so props to them for knowing where to set up right in the bosque. I'm guessing a bridge used to be here. I don't really know what all these are about, but the fact that it's clearly been a long time since these wood posts had function. But that's that. And now we enter the Albuquerque Urban Metropolitan, what do you call it? Metro area. Technically, we were in the metro area in rural Algodones, but yeah, you can really tell this is a 21st century place, complete with RVs and semi-trucks. So there are often numerous channels right here before the takeout that you can take. But again, if you miss it, just go below the bridge and take out after that where it's safe. I'll show you in the next clip. I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to probably try and take this left channel because I think there is enough water to go through it. And it's always nice to go in a little braid where you're in a cool little chute, a little lane all to yourself. So I'm going to do that. I'll show you what I mean about the way to access a parking lot. There does appear to be enough water, so I'm going to cut left. If it's, let's say, less than 700 CFS, potentially lower than that, but let's say if there's less than 700 CFS, this is not a guaranteed watery enough area. And look, I just crossed an eddy line, so I was incidentally demonstrating what happens when you cross two different little currents of water. So this is pretty calm back channel here, full of tumbleweed. But it is deep enough to get my paddle in, not getting stuck anywhere at this flow. And I think you can get out up here on the left, right past this para. Oh, yep, there goes. I'm dragging my butt now. So, something to be aware of. You don't want to drag your butt or your boat, because you can walk out and just carry it at this point. And then go to the next stretch at this flow or lower. And I'm close to dragging this boat and getting out myself. Pretty close. I'm gonna do one or two more goes at it. It might be free enough now. Let's get some momentum. Well, that's how it goes. As soon as you say, forget this, I'm gonna walk, you get to a place where there's enough water. And of course there's this baby strainer branch right here. And so I may have to fight my way over it. And just make it cut. Drag. What a liberal drag. Okay. We're up and over. Yeah, so I guess this is just a little low still. Maybe wait till you get into 4 digits of current for the Agadona section to try and actually paddle all the way out. Again, no big deal if you're able to walk it, but I didn't want to get out of my boat, so I wiggled with everything else. My butt, my paddle, my hands. My hands got nice and chilly willy. Try and get enough speed to make it through this shallow patch. Because right there where those geese are showing us the access point. It has been improved by my GCD. And that's the bridge. Alright, now that I'm at the 550 bridge, there are numerous access points, as I mentioned. You can do a whole bunch of brouhaha from the brewery, or you can park in the northeast corner. I think that's the improved area. A little bit of a carry, but a lot shorter of a carry than the Agadona section. And here's a pillar that no longer supports this bridge. How about that? Pretty cool. Anyway, another place you can access the Rio from 550 is on the southeastern corner. There's a nice strip of beach here. A couple different spots that are easy access, easy entry. Here's one. Here's a big old strip of beach. River left. Then right as soon as you get down here below the bridge, you got a big S-turn, or a dog leg left, I should say. It gets a little fast. Just slightly channelized. You can always sneak river left. You don't want to go this way, but it's too fun to say no to. This is the way to do it. It's pretty gentle, really. It's just a light increase in speed and a nice turn. Still a place to be aware of your surroundings, just like anywhere on the river. A great little feature on this dogleg lift. There's an eddy I'd rather not get stuck in on the right there. I'm gonna just keep going with this downriver momentum. And here's oncoming traffic. Be mindful of that. As long as you're leaning forward, digging in. A first timer can definitely still handle that.
Well, here we are at Siphon Beach, formerly known as the Coronado access point. It's at the end of Siphon Road. So for our section from 550 Coronado down, this would be the takeout. This is also a common starting point, especially for the Balloon Fiesta paddles, the Sunrise Balloon Fiesta paddles come October. We're stopped here because I wanted to point out this sign. It is a sign to heed as a general casual boater. However, I'm going to run this run. And I wish that our government would do more to create safe spaces for people and educate them rather than treating us as incompetent or ignorant. I understand the mindset behind that, but I am neither. And as you gain experience as a paddler, heeding these warnings, there are things you can do, such as running this chute. And it does depend on flow, and if there's debris in the way, you might not be able to run it. But earlier this morning, I already scouted this, so I know I'm going to run on River Right, where there's a nice chute. I'm in a hard shell kayak, so I'm not going to get snagged and have any sort of accident with an inflatable. And I've done it a bunch of times, so go and train and get experience, and you can do this yourself. If you're a casual boater or a first timer, you might want to heed this sign. And to the people putting this sign up, let's do a better job of making the river a safe place for all and educating folks how to make it even safer.